Hey everybody, on today's video I'm going to be hanging out with the Electro Harmonix POG3. Let's get down to it. I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Sweetwater Sound. They're my favorite music instrument and gear retailer. Great prices, great inventory, fast shipping, and customer service better than anyone else in the industry. Thanks, Sweetwater, for making this video possible. The POG3 is the latest in a long line of polyphonic octave generators from Electro Harmonix. This one's got more sounds and features than anything else that's come before. Here's my dry tone. Let me go ahead and engage the POG3. No difference. Now, that is one thing I do want to point out. It's got a nice, clean input and output. You'll see level and master output on the left-hand side, but in the middle, you will actually see a mixer for several different sounds. Sound number one is the dry tone. That's what I've got pulled up right now. So let me go ahead and pull up -1. This is going to be an octave below my guitar's tone. Let's just listen to that octave below. So I'll bring down the dry. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, we not only have an octave below, we actually have 2 octaves below. You can see how high up on the neck I was playing, and this is a standard tuned guitar. Bring them both up together. It's got kind of a piano bass, like the low notes on a piano kind of sound. All right, so these are our lower octaves. Let's check out the higher octaves. We have a +1. I'm going to go ahead and bring the dry back in for a moment. Nice and clean, and we even have 2 octaves above. Let me go ahead and drop out the dry. I'm pretty sure if I go up here, my old ears can still hear that, but just barely. Here's the 1 octave up. All right, we're not done yet because we have a perfect 5th above the dry tone. So let me bring that one up. That's the +5th. And you can play some really complex chords without a lot of strings by tuning in perfect fifths. Very nice. All right, so we've got all of these different flavors of pitches going on. Let me go ahead and bring up a little bit of -1, so 1 octave below, a little bit of octave above, and I'm going to bring down that 5th, but I'll just leave it in. Very nice. What else can we do? How about some panning? Oh yeah. So let's leave our octave below in the middle, but I want the 5th over on the left, my left, and the +1 on my right. Let's put the dry all the way in the right, like all the way. Had a little bit of volume pedal there. We're going to talk about swells in a minute. So you can really play around with the stereo image of the sound. Speaking of stereo image, there is a detune option that can give us a very broad stereo field. So let me go ahead and turn this up, and let's see what we get. So as we increase the spread, it's a doubling effect. Now let's go ahead and detune that for a little chorusing action. Oh, I like that. Let me go ahead and bring down the 5th just a little bit more. All right, so I just used my volume pedal again because it's force of habit, but I don't have to use the volume pedal with the POG3. I can use the attack slider to increase the initial attack of a note. Now I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, my dry tone is not following the swell. Well, if I hit the button at the bottom, this will bring in the dry tone, and it too will be affected by the swell. Let me go ahead and bring in some delay so we can hear what that sounds like more realistically. Oh yeah, that's cool. Here's the longest swell you can get. I really like this swell feature, the attack feature, I should say. It really does a good job of catching all of the notes. So when it swells, it definitely swells. You may have noticed another slider in between the attack and the detune sliders, and that is the filter slider. I've got it all the way up. Let me go ahead and bring it down, and I'm going to go ahead and loop in the dry sound also, and let's see what we get. Oh yeah, it's your classic filter. It's your triggered filter, right? And you can adjust that with the Q and envelope knobs. You can take the dry out of the filter if you want that filtered sound kind of riding underneath your tone. Now, we haven't really tried out a distorted tone yet, have we? Let me turn on an overdrive and let's see what we get. Oh yeah. All right, as you can see, there are a whole host of potential sounds in this box by utilizing your dry tone, octaves above, octaves below, and that perfect fifth, along with detuning, attacking, and filtering. Now, what happens if I were to use the Soma Labs Cosmos, which is a great machine for creating ambient soundscapes, and played some volume swells? So I'm actually going to turn the attack off so that I can use my volume pedal with a distorted lead tone through this device. What would we get? Let's find out. Well, there you have it, the Electro-Harmonix POG3 Polyphonic Octave Generator. I'm really curious to know what you think about this pedal. In particular, if you've used or own an earlier version of the POG, please drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And in the meantime, I've got a playlist here of other Electro-Harmonix pedals that I've demoed here on the channel. See you over there.